Some Pueblo homeowners just found out that their yards contain high levels of lead and arsenic.
Now, the Environmental Protection Agency released the new information last night about test samples at a Superfund site. We're, of course, talking about the Eilers neighborhood. That's on the south side of Pueblo, west of Santa Fe Avenue and south of the Arkansas River.
KRDO News Channel 13's Michelle San Miguel is live in Eilers. Michelle, when will that get cleaned up?
James and Heather, there's no guarantee this Superfund site will be cleaned up. The EPA tells me it needs more data before it makes that decision. And meanwhile, homeowners here are left waiting. Months after a dozen yards in the Eilers neighborhood were turned into a science lab to check for elevated levels of lead and arsenic, the results are in.
And I've been told that my home is one of those.
And the news was pretty surprising to Albert Golich.
If you have arsenic in the soil, it's a bad thing, and it will kill vegetation. But by the way I'm growing vegetables, you can't prove that.
Golich has a reason to laugh. Just look at the massive cucumber growing in his garden.
I have a garden growing wonderful.
But it could be a while before his yard and others like it get cleaned up by the EPA.
We still need a much larger data set in order to be able to see patterns or see where we've got really high levels that look like they might warrant cleanup.
I might not even be around by the time this is resolved, so hopefully it can be all done in a few years, but it's stretching out to be such a large project that I see it really stretching out for a long, long time.
But Golich plans to wait it out in his childhood home that just happens to be near an old smelter site. The EPA will begin doing more testing this fall, but the agency says that testing could take at least 2 to 3 years. Reporting live in Pueblo, Michelle San Miguel, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thanks so much, Michelle.